Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Moments. Amid the winds of change in BTS's post-military era, one question continues to echo among ARMY. When will the second season of Are You Sure be released? Based on every clue available, everything seems to point toward one conclusion. This isn't just a hopeful wish, but something almost certain. Yet behind all the excitement, old shadows resurface. Toxic fandom wars, conspiracy theories, and even attempts at sabotage, all trying to silence something far greater than a simple reality show. A relationship that is genuine, unfiltered, and impossible to fabricate. So, what's really happening behind the scenes of this project? And why has Are You Sure to become the strongest symbol of a new era for Jimin and Jungkook, not just as idols, but as two human beings growing up together under the gaze of the world? During his Weverse live broadcast on his birthday, Jimin received a direct question. Have you finished recording? Referring to the Are You Sure project with Jungkook. Jimin's answer came with a natural smile, calm yet full of weight. Yes, the recording is finished. He confirmed that filming had wrapped, a statement that automatically signaled the project had entered post-production, particularly the editing and finishing stages. However, Jimin was honest. He hadn't received confirmation about the release date yet. That kind of statement felt deeply human, unpolished, sincere, and free of promotional tone, yet the message was clear. Even though the date hasn't been announced, the launch is already standing right at the edge of the stage. This wasn't just Jimin's words alone. The news was also backed by Korean media reports and confirmation from BigHit Music, who stated that the recording completion news was indeed true. Media outlets like Sumpi reported that filming for Are You Sure? Season 2 had finished, mentioning Switzerland and Vietnam as the main travel destinations for their new journey. Previously, My Daily had also confirmed similar details. Therefore, this is no longer a rumor or wishful thinking. It's a confirmed production reality. While there's no official release date yet, there are some likely assumptions. At late 2025, since Season 1 aired between August and September 2024, an announcement toward the end of the year would maintain strong momentum. In early 2026, if editing, post-production, or platform scheduling causes slight delays, a January or February release still seems highly realistic. In other words, within the next few weeks or months, we'll likely see a teaser, poster, or official release timeline. The upcoming Are You Sure? 2 shouldn't be viewed merely as a show continuation, but as a crucial part of BTS's rebirth phase after completing military service. Jimin and Jungkook officially finished their duties on June 11, 2025. The first season of Are You Sure? Was released as they were about to begin service, a kind of farewell gift to ARMY during BTS's hiatus. Season 1 followed their journeys through the US, Jeju, and Sapporo, wrapped in an atmosphere both relaxed and intimate, making fans feel like they were entering the duo's private world. Now, Season 2 is expected not only as a visual continuation but as a projection of how their bond has evolved in this new chapter, not before the military, but after, carrying new emotional depth and maturity. Unfortunately, behind the joy and global ARMY support, the dark shadow of extremist fandoms has re-emerged, particularly the so-called extreme Taekookers, a group notorious for rejecting the Jimin-Jungkook narrative, even resorting to various forms of sabotage. Old patterns have resurfaced once again. It coordinated email campaigns to production or broadcasting companies demanding cancellation. It attempts to involve authorities, such as when they wrote to the Defense Ministry urging that Jimin and Jungkook not serve together. Claims that Are You Sure? Is mere fan service or a company-manufactured act, all designed to discredit their genuine bond. The accusations that any mention of Jimin and Jungkook is just a publicity move or corporate order. What's worse, these narratives often emerge without evidence. When the film's completion was officially confirmed, they swiftly flipped the story from fabricated to Jungkook has no control or he's just a company puppet. It's a rhetorical flip-flop meant not to seek truth, but to preserve their own narrative dominance. In reality, such extreme agitation only exposes one thing: fear of honesty. Because Are You Sure? isn't just a travel series, it's a reflection of genuine human interaction that can't be scripted. The way their eyes meet, how silence communicates emotion, how one offers support without a word. That's authenticity, the hardest thing to fake. They're afraid because they know those moments between Jimin and Jungkook dismantle the false narratives they've built. And they realize that once the public witnesses that authenticity, all conspiracy theories collapse. They fear transparency, sincerity, and real intimacy, three things that no external media narrative can control. That's why, even before Are You Sure? 2 airs, sabotage attempts have already begun. Perhaps the saddest part is how some of these fans dismissed Jimin's stories about their shared military service as fan service, when in reality, they were indeed assigned together as companion soldiers. Jungkook, too, has mentioned several times how he tried to make time for Jimin during service, preserving a closeness that has existed for years. Yet, extremist narratives continue to twist this, labeling it as a company command or a PR stunt. They completely overlook the simplest human truth, that two people walking through the same journey will naturally share stories. When the show finally airs, no amount of hate or manipulation will be able to silence what has already been filmed. Are You Sure? 2 will show two people who trust their bond, who choose to share it, and who are unafraid of openness. They'll face the world directly, not through rumors, but through authentic moments. Until that day arrives, 2 things remain undeniable. Every act of sabotage reveals a fear of positivity, a fear of what cannot be controlled. The truth, once recorded and seen, carries its own power, and this time will be no different. So yes, all of us, ARMY, global viewers, and anyone who believes in sincerity and connection, can now confidently hope that Are You Sure? 2 is coming soon. Within days or weeks, we're likely to see official updates, teasers, release dates, or even first-look footage. While the deniers keep shouting, the world only needs to wait, with open hearts, to welcome a project believed to be the purest expression of 2 genuine, unshakable souls. In the end, Are You Sure? Isn't just a travel documentary of 2 global superstars. It's a reflection of trust, courage, and authenticity, the bravery to exist without masks under millions of eyes, and the story of 2 hearts that no longer need to prove anything because their honesty speaks louder than words. Every rumor, every attempt at sabotage, is nothing but the shadow of fear of a truth they can't rewrite, that genuine closeness can never be scripted. And when Are You Sure? 2 finally premieres, no voice of hate will ever be able to drown out the truth captured on film. Until that day, we wait not with speculation but with faith. Faith that Jimin and Jungkook will return bringing something deeper, warmer, and more real than ever before. Thank you for watching Jikook Moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any updates from the world of Jikook. See you in the next video, because this journey has only just begun.